welcome to the Darkened Hour, people. This is your host, Joshua X No Heart, and with me
is Taylor Buff. Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's been a while. It's been a minute, you know.
Yeah, you've been missing for a while here. You just
Oh,
kind of
man.
jump straight into it. So, and then I guess I'll just announce myself as Aesop the Alchemist. And here we are, the Darkened Hour, the three of us finally united after such a long time.
Yeah, right.
man. As you can see, something is different. We're a news broadcasting team now.
So it seems, and
cool.
I guess the new thing is that you're actually on camera.
Let's not talk about the obvious, please. Let's just keep on with
They
the
can
show.
finally see why I call you Pootie Tang.
Yeah.
I
take that with pride. Okay.
Show the chest there.
No. But what I will start doing is I'm gonna, I'm gonna release my new single. Just say nothing, and people will go crazy out there.
Give us a.
No, that's not.
Give us a few
Anyway,
bars.
we have a beautiful episode today. But I know that I usually have a pattern to this type of thing. You know, I like to ask you guys, how was your week? But no, I'm gonna ask you guys, how was your month? Because I haven't seen you guys in such a long time. I really mean this question because I haven't seen you guys in a really long time.
A lot has actually happened.
Yeah, we've been pretty productive this month.
Unlike me, I've just been home.
Yeah, okay, you was leaving the country and whatnot.
Yo, where you were globetrotting?
Yo, listen, I was doing nothing the entire month. Okay, I was doing nothing.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, right. Go figure. But so talk to me, guys. What you guys been up to?
Villain, my villain. That's what I've been doing. I've been pretty much meeting a whole lot of people. She already knows this, but me spending time with the Villainy Games. Go subscribe to them, Villainy Games. And I met a few other people. There's the Psycho Asylum I've been hanging out with. They're also doing a YouTube channel as well. I've also been doing Tune and Moose all the way in Ledgewood, New Jersey. So, I've been pretty busy doing multiple YouTube platforms. And I have my friend Panda Ninja XX, who's just released a few episodes as well that I helped edit. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of YouTubing. So
you just say a lot. You said a lot of names that I don't know what they do.
Exactly.
Can you let us know what every single one of these channels do and what your friends
They
do?
are literally all video game channels.
Okay.
Except Tuna Moose. Tuna Moose is mostly comedy skits and challenges.
Okay.
A little bit of video gaming here and there, but it's mostly like challenges and skits. As it goes for the Psycho Asylum is horror themed games, so it's all like pretty much like Killing Floor and Friday the 13th. And of course, Villainy Games generally focuses on fighting games.
Yeah. Which, by the way, next week, be there, be squared, September 15th, Tekken 7 tournament peeps.
Which
come in.
I will be shoutcasting. I'm not playing, but
Okay.
I will be a commentator.
Good. So come in here, be my victim so I can win that pot of $100. Yeah, the entry fee is $15, but you will get $100 if you win. That's the pot. So, which I will be getting. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm bragging. Come at
That's
me, bros.
only because I'm not playing.
Fight me.
That's only
Fight me.
You're
in
not
this
ready
game.
for my Kuma.
Dog.
Yo, you ain't ready for the bear.
Dog.
You know I'm your weakness.
Listen,
I don't care how
I
serious
play,
you
oh
are.
man, how shit, I want to play this. Okay, cool. So yeah, next week, you want us to hear this more? Come next week to the Tekken 7 tournament.
Yeah.
It's gonna be here at Speaking My Radio, hosted by Villainy Games.
All right.
So we probably also we're gonna be
We'll be
streaming it, right?
Yeah, last time we didn't stream, there was actually a Super Smash Brothers tournament that there was an error with the file, so it got corrupted. So
Okay.
yeah. Oh, and be on time. Like it's like last time it was scheduled at 7, people didn't show up till 10. Like they treated it like it was a ghetto party.
That's not
Right.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
not do that.
okay.
Yeah, so let's
yeah.
actually be on time.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So so that's what. Okay. So they're all video games, and then was it Moose?
Tune and Moose.
Tune and Moose is comedy skits and challenges,
yeah.
right? Okay. Cool. All right. How about you, Tia LaBeouf?
Yes.
LaBeouf?
That's me. That's a me. Yeah. So I guess what me and Aesop have been working on. We had Game of Thrones episodes. We had Death Note. We had The Dark Tower. We had a bunch. We did a bunch. Like we were going in. We were doing our thing. So it was pretty cool. So that's what we've been up to.
Okay. I know I haven't seen the Dark Tower yet. I've
Don't.
seen Game of Thrones. I'm caught up.
Look at you now.
Haha, I'm a cool kid now, am I? Yeah, am I?
You're one of the cool kids.
I'm one of
now.
the cool kids now, right? Okay,
Right.
cool. I mean, just go play Dragon Age. It's the same thing, people. Come
I
on.
wish it was the same thing.
Or read an Aquaman comic. It's the same thing. Come on.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. All the political like
Hello.
throne stuff.
Right. Or just play a Warcraft game. Arthas all the way through. Now, okay.
I sense the iota of shade there.
Iota of shade.
that Sindragosa resurrecting a dragon, blue glowing eyes.
I'm sorry. The Lich
cold
King will
beams.
destroy the Night
Oh.
King. It is what it is. But anyway, enough about that.
Enough about
that could
that.
be on the Darker or whatever. This is a movie that came out this week that has been extremely high anticipated. high. It was very anticipated, and that's it.
It.
You're wondering what's it? It is it. That's what came out this weekend. It.
And it happened.
It happened,
weekend.
and it had the it.
The it that
You guys understand?
deserved.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, it had the
it,
sugar honey iced tea.
It had the it. So, but okay. So I saw this yesterday. You guys saw it today. You guys are a little more like fresh on it. You know. But man, I'm still feeling the after effects of that damn movie. It is like it gave Pennywise what it needed compared to the 1978 movie that came out way back when, which was a white infomercial.
It was very kid friendly. The vanilla.
Yeah, this one was rated R for Ragu. It was really crazy. So yeah, give me your thoughts. Your I mean, we're gonna have a rating system. We're gonna have a rating at the end.
Balloons.
Of
So it'll be the rating system.
You took the
balloon
word out my mouth.
Balloon rating system.
Yeah.
Red balloons.
Okay.
So how many?
Balloons.
I mean, every time we rated something, we gotta give it its own rating system.
Has a theme.
Okay.
We can't battering
Alright.
everything.
Right.
Okay, all right. So, I think that first of all, the actors were amazing in this movie. All the kids.
I have to say, I was actually going to get into that too, because when the movie started off, I was like, oh no, kid actors, they're a flip of a coin, you know. So like when it started off, I wasn't really believing the kid's stuttering problem, but as he got emotional, his stuttering made more sense. It was like, okay, in the beginning he was stuttering. I'm like, all right, he's got a stuttering problem. I felt it wasn't acted well. But as the movie got on and you started to actually understand each character and where they stand, and he was doing like his angry scenes, his emotional scenes, his stuttering actually fit. And I'm like, this kid's got promise.
And it made you think like because
Bill was his name.
Yeah, it made you think because you know how like the beginning of the movies are not always shot first. They can be the last thing that they shoot.
Yeah.
Like, what was like which part of the development was they shoot the first part of the movie? Was it the beginning? Because if Ross was like, okay, that wasn't believable, and towards the end it was like, that's a very believable stuttering problem. It's like, did you shoot the last part at the beginning or the last part? It was it was one of those things, little thing to think about there. But okay, the acting.
Overall, I felt like the kids were kind of the heart of the movie. They really had to sell it, or we weren't gonna mourn their danger. We weren't gonna feel like we cared enough. But mostly they were fleshed out, and they took time with each of these characters. And I had to respect it, and they still kept pace. They went over each of these characters and still kept the pace of the movie going. You didn't feel like it dragged on. You didn't feel like it was all exposition. They really brought it together. And I think my favorite is Richie.
Which one? The kid with the glasses.
The kid. That kid was funny. I mean,
he was.
I like this kid. First of all, he's from Stranger Things. His name is Finn Wolfhard. And he was really good on that. So I was really excited to see him. And I'm like, wow, this kid is making moves.
Like this guy.
His career is on fire. He's not even like, I don't even know how old he is.
He's going to be something because his mouth is.
Oh, he had it. I mean, he was on point. The jokes were so good.
And that's, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish before I get into that.
Also, the only part about that was cool. That was comedic relief, but he didn't really get fleshed out. Like his fear was the clowns, which was like, okay, I know, a little on the nose for me, but I took for what it was. Everyone else had like these childhood traumas. Everyone represented a different coming of age story, which was cool. I thought that was very clever of them to kind of all met to be one child, kind of. They're all pieces and they fit together. So when it came to Richie, I thought, okay, is this going to be some kind of like, I don't want to say tragic, but explain why is he so jokey?
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
I wanted something bad.
He was a how do you say? He was a paradox. Yeah. He was a joker, yet he's afraid of clowns. Think about it. Okay, he had jokes all movie. No matter how serious the situation was,
he always
had jokes. But yet he's afraid of something that's meant to be funny.
Now, it also made me think so we know that in this movie, which is I'm glad because it always developed into your worst fear. Some sort of like a boogeyman thing, right? My question is, was the clown the base form of this thing? Was it the base form of the clown, or is it something that he saw? Because this something is ancient. This thing is ancient, and I'm sure the book will go into this more in the actual movie. But that was my initial thought. Like,
they didn't explain its origin story.
Yeah, my thing was, is the clown its base? Because it should be an amorphous thing that always took on the fear of the person that he was terrorizing, but now, like. Okay, this guy is afraid of clowns, right? And when he went into his fear room, it was all nothing but doll clowns, which is like interesting. It was cool. All right, cool. And then he could have been himself. My thing is, what gave him the notion to stay? All right, well, I guess the clown thing is a good baseline to stay my as my default form, right? Maybe it's because of the irony, the irony thing. But anyway, something that I do want to.
Actually, I could go deeper into that. This is sure. This isn't too far. This is referring to an anime. Fate Zero.
Okay.
Remember Bluebeard, the sorcerer, the
Yeah.
caster?
Yeah.
Remember why he always targeted kids? Because their fear was more pure,
Okay.
but they were also easier to scare
Mm-hmm.
than an adult. So he probably goes with the clown because remember how Bluebeard described it as it's always the fear is more potent when it goes from feeling like joy and salvation into the instant fear rather than building up because it's like it kind of like waters it down in some cases.
Okay.
So he probably goes with the clown where he can loss him into a false security
And that's something I was gonna say.
because that's how the
Clowns is the representation of laughter, of fun times.
Mm-hmm.
The irony of that is, of course, that's not what he's gonna represent.
Exactly.
It's gonna be terrorizing people.
So he himself was
So
also
that would make
paradox. So he's
sense.
kind of like
Right.
he kind of relates to Richie in that aspect, and that's also how the very movie starts with the little boy chasing his boat and
Georgie
was kind of like nervous of the clown, but only because of strange reasons, not because like, oh, you're a clown, that's scary. So when he heard the circus music, and I mean, hell, even as we saw the base where he lived, they were pretty much like
in a
carousel.
They
Almost
were
like
they were in
carousel.
a circus. Yeah, they were in a circus. Yeah.
So as creepy as that was, like that's pretty much why he chose that form, I guess, for that timeline anyway. Because like I said, he's going every 27 years he comes back.
Right.
So I guess that's just what's his theme. He just takes something that lures you into a false security. I mean, hell, if he was back during like witch hunting days, he might have taken a form of a priest.
Right.
For all we know, whatever is that generation's
the whole
flavor of the month.
culturally relevant to the people he's terrorizing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Conjuring, the James Wan universe. They also doing that with the whole nun thing. Nun, the monster nun, that they're gonna give out like their own spin-off movie with. I forgot her name. It's part of the Conjuring universe. I'm sure you've seen the Conjuring 2 with the nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving a spin-off movie with that, and like the aspect is very similar. Whereas something so demonic would be in a nun form, mind you. So right. I also like to pinpoint the gravity and the gore that these kids, mind you. When was the last time you seen kids get wrecked like this? The very first scenes of Georgie,
little boy getting his arm bit off,
and he's screaming for his life. I'm sorry, that was the first scene I was like, okay, this movie's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, as soon as that opens up, here's the stage and the curtains open, and this is what you need to expect.
Yep. And it's like usually a lot of movies, even rated R movies, they shun away from that of kids getting hurt.
Yeah.
They don't care. Not in this one. They show like this is a kid movie because the kids are the main characters, but they're gonna get hurt. They would get hurt a lot. So rated R. I haven't seen much rated R movies like this, but please, give me another part. Give me another.
Something I like. It was super refreshing. I don't know, for me to watch a gory horror film on screen. There's been this really tradition of suspense and psychological. This was legitimately bloody mess. And then like you talk about that opening scene. I actually sat back in my seat. I was like, okay, because this was not the original. This is a whole other flavor, and I respected this movie for going there.
It's funny we say gore. There wasn't really much gore. The only gore we saw was the beginning, and then the other part was when the sink scene, where the blood came out.
That made my stomach hurt.
And then we saw little ghouls, little Walking Dead here and there, but it wasn't as gory as we thought. It's for it to be like that. But I mean, what we did see was scary.
I think it was his teeth that really tripped me out.
Legitimately scary stuff. Less jump scares and very scary things. It's like, here, I'm the clown. Here's a scary thing. Holy hell, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah.
It was. I mean,
since we're talking about nightmare fuel, what was the biggest scare for you in that movie? And it didn't have to be a jump scare. What would you think if you were in that situation? You would truly have been afraid.
Two scenes. One because of my profession, and the other one because holy hell, I didn't see that coming. One, the movie scene where they saw. Georgie and the mom and the dad and the hair.
Oh, the flip, yeah.
And the I guess the camera just kept flipping over and over and over so fast that it actually became a movie, like moving picture, and it was him. And then he came out and he was enlarged. Yeah. That scared the hell out of me. Mm-hmm. But the other part was when he had, what was her name? The name was Benny, the girl.
Beverly,
right?
Yeah.
And she wasn't scared. So what he did was he opened his mouth to the point where, and then it was just like more teeth, and it was like just
Ghost Rider,
yeah. And then she just went up. That legitimately scared me because that just showed me, okay, there's more to it than we come to know of him. He's just not some monster. Boom, I can take form of whatever you fear of it, and there's more depths, literally more depths to him that we don't know about.
Yeah,
that's what scared the hell out of me. Yep. And even though you weren't scared, that was your fate.
Yeah.
You were in some sort of euphoria
You're
type of
immune
state.
to me, then I'm gonna lock you into
Yeah.
you're gonna be my midnight seconds. Eventually, time will pass where I need a snack, and eventually you're gonna be scared. You're gonna succumb to your fear eventually.
Right. And people are saying like, oh, why is he trolling so much? Just kill him. Well, this is the thing. He
Feeds off of fear itself.
fear. You had to be extremely terrorized for him to fear on you. That's why when he was in the painting and he was sucking on this guy's mouth.
Yeah.
Of course, they went to get him and he walked away because you need to be completely terrorized or horrified by him for him to drain you and drink you and eat you, whatever it was. That's why when they were all fighting him at the very end, he was like, okay, I can't do anything against you guys. I'm actually scared. So, yeah.
Freddy Krueger complex. He needs you to be afraid for him to have effect on you.
Right. So, I mean, listen, he scared me. See, I saw the original a week before. I was like, okay, this guy just has a big forehead. He's not scary at all.
He's got that IMAX theater dome.
For real, like you can like the sun will bounce off. Yeah, like my thing is, I feel like the 1978 one, I guess I feel like he escaped prison and he decided to be a clown afterwards because it was like the only job he can pick up. So I guess he became a clown, and that's what I felt like. So this one though, they gave Pennywise or it, mind you, the much needed horror element that they couldn't give him in 1978. And if people are afraid of clowns before,
they're gonna be now.
Oh, let me tell you.
I'm not afraid of him. He was too funny for me still.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the
by the way, his teeth annoyed me.
I was crying.
Oh, the buck teeth
annoyed me because it made his smile more triangulized. You know, like fucking Justice League type of upper
Justice League body.
Are you talking about
Pennywise's natural smile?
Oh, right.
Before he went fangs. When his eyes are blue to yellow, and then when they go red, then fangs come out.
Right.
It's funny that's actually like the stages.
Yeah. Also, I like to pinpoint his slobbering problem.
He did slobber a lot.
Yeah, and he didn't care to wipe it off, which to me no. Now, mind you, I think this is something deeper.
The only one who
because
I was the only one who noticed that.
Because
noticed it too.
Because he's not human. A human thing would do is like, oh shit, let me wipe it off. He just didn't care. It just kept blubbering out, and he just didn't care. Yeah, he was some sort of animal. And he was hungry.
He didn't even lick it off too. Like he didn't do the Heath Ledger's Joker thing.
Nope.
Like occasionally he would, his tongue would go crazy.
He's not
he
human.
Didn't any of that.
Yeah. So I think that was a good little aesthetic that some people would get, people didn't get it. But it's added on.
Showing that he was legitimately hungry.
Yeah.
And he was looking at food, so his mouth is watering.
Right. Oh, that even adds a whole other layer
salivating, mind you. Right.
Eesh.
So what was your number one fear?
I don't care for clowns, so this was tough to watch. Spiders are my number one, but clowns are like a distant second. Like spiders, yeah, I'm gonna freak out, but clowns, I'm like, they suck, but I'm not gonna lose my mind. But I think the scene where there was a black kid and he saw the fire behind that door and the hands were coming out. Like I legitimately got, my heart skipped a beat, and then the door starts vibrating and he finally opens it, and and he's all the way in the back.
Some Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing behind there in the butcher's thing.
And his eyes glowed. I was just
like, he just waved.
And he just waved.
Oh, hell no.
Nah, I'm good.
That's the thing that makes me all shudder. At the very beginning when Georgie went down in the basement, he saw the two eyes, but there was like little two balls.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Because we thought, I'm like, this is early. We just started. Like, you prepared me to get to this.
So I have two things. One of them is more of a psychological, like how you had a psychological fear and like a legitimate, that scared me. So the psychological fear is when Georgie was in the house and he went to the flooded basement, and the Georgie was just a puppet. And as Pennywise is rising out of the water, he's the one speaking through the body.
I forgot all about that. Scene. And then my thing is that he took the body and threw it in the water and it became blood.
Yeah.
And then he started running at him.
That psycho thing. And then when he fell downstairs, he's like, ooh. Like he was enjoying the chase. I was like, he wasn't angry that he missed his hit. He didn't just fade away. He was like, oh, I'm enjoying chasing. Like he's enjoying the hunt now. Like for the first time in a while, he's getting an actual hunt. So he's getting more animalistic. But yeah, that's the psychological freak out because, they all float. The voice got, because in the commercial they didn't show that. It was just a kid screaming, they all float. In the actual movie, it went lower tone. It was a deep voice doing it.
And then the face
and
started to change.
Despite the fact that the rotting face was legit screaming, you just Pennywise's lips are still like freezing.
And they didn't show that
like
part.
Little, yeah, and they didn't show that in the trailer. Yeah.
Which
Smart
is
trailer.
good.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Smart
say
trailer.
that. Good.
Yeah,
Hey,
Justice League, learn from that, please.
Oh no,
Stop
Joss Whedon did pretty good. You talking about Scott Snyder? Hey, can you
Stop showing the whole movie?
Zack Snyder,
How about we not
please.
do that?
So that was my psychological fear because that generally is just like freaking me out. Oh, look at that. What's good, Pac-Man? Clowns are scary. Yes, they are.
Yes, they suck buns.
So for me, the actual like, oh my god, I'm terrified even sitting in this chair was the painted lady with the flute. Every time she showed up,
The head
The
thing.
suckage
Yes.
too. Yeah.
every time she showed up, I was freaked out.
Really?
Completely, because I knew. All right, I know how horror movie. I know the meta. I know the bread and butter. I was prepared for it. Still, I'm an artist. Last thing I needed for my paintings to come to life and attack me. So when he was in a room and a painting fell off, I'm like, oh my god, okay.
Like
what's
he was
gonna happen?
hearing
Is
the
it gonna
flute, and then like the bag. Like
This is
she
what I
dropped
thought
the
was gonna
flute.
happen. Yeah, this is what I thought was gonna happen. I thought when he put the painting back on the wall, it was gonna be Pennywise in the painting.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
expected. The fact that it was empty is like, okay, so she's in the room. Expected. The door opened and you hear the flute. She's in that room. Expected. She wasn't. She's behind him. Okay. You stepped like this was like Inception to me. Like it was so many levels of me. I expect this. I expect. Okay, no, I was wrong from the beginning. From the very beginning, I was wrong.
Because of
You
that
made me
wrong
feel
age, you're gonna
stupid.
die
Yeah.
now.
And she just stood there with that crooked, like the fear, the scream face, and I'm
Right.
like, oh no. And then every time she showed up, even when they were beating the bricks off of him at the end and
they
slapped him
were.
with the pole and
Oh,
then slapped him toward the
we
Jewish
have a
kid.
question.
Yeah. Okay. Is
Oh.
it worth watching? Clearly it is.
Whew,
Pac-Man.
someone, Brian gives it 9 out of 10.
It's good. Yeah. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
nine,
no,
so.
I know Brian. We met at Fortress.
Oh,
Thanks for commenting.
cool.
So yeah, when they slap the face, yeah, it's good. It's a great
It's good.
movie,
It's
dude.
wonderful.
So when they slapped the face of it towards the Jewish kid, and it was the painted lady again, I'm like, I still like my heart did one of these. Like, why does she keep showing up? You know, when she fed off the kid back into the pipes, and I'm like, just watching that. You know that the evil within spider crawl back into the
my
pipes. I'm like,
goodness.
come on, like go away. And then when I saw it come back out, I was like,
Okay,
thank
that was
you.
trolly. That was completely trolly.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what?
why I liked him though. He was such a troll, but like him, that it's sad when the clown made me feel safe.
Yeah,
Because
like,
when
for
I
real.
saw Painted Lady go in the pipes and then it
I
came
didn't
out and
like-
smiled, I'm like, yes, okay, good. She's not
I
her
can
own
deal with
entity.
it. I can
Like
deal.
if she was her
She
own
clocked out.
person,
Like she's on break right now.
yeah,
Like,
legit. She was terrifying.
Oh, well, you remember the part when the kid got attacked by like a, I think it was attacking him. I don't know.
The
Who was
leper?
biting the face? He was getting his face actually bit at.
Yeah, it was
That was the
it was
painted
the
lady.
painting
The painted
lady.
lady.
Yeah.
And the tears that came out that kid's eyes. That was the first time I saw like a really emotional response for some of these kids.
Yeah.
They were scared, but this kid was blubbering, like he was sobbing.
Oh yeah, he legit felt that. he felt that
it
scene.
because all the kids scream.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This kid was like, "You guys left me."
Yeah, he was legit
The
having
fear,
a
like, I
seizure.
felt that, yo. I was
But
like,
that's
oh
the
my
psychological
God.
aspect. Like these are kids, and that's the one kid who did not want to go in there.
He
Yeah.
was totally against even going inside of the house.
And I'm sorry, you go in there and you see your fear. Mind you, this painting is just sucking like a worm, sucking your entire life essence through your, and you're like, and all you can do is look at them while they're sucking at you.
It's like sleep paralysis.
What do you? Yeah, like I'm sorry.
thing,
I will
yo.
try to find my own, find the best way to crawl into my own ass at that exact moment.
Yes.
because that's ridiculous. I can't do it. No,
Oh my
I
God.
would act the same way. You guys left me. You guys wanted to be here. No,
He was
fuck you guys. I'm
so
leaving.
mad. He was so scared.
So
like
since we brought that up about like you
Yeah.
said, like seeing like a child, like a kid actor show true fear that a child would show. That's what I love. These characters weren't cheesy fake kids, just cookie cutter kids. They all had, like you said, real child gripes and. Yes, he was eating his fears. That's literally just
or
sucking the
taking
fear
his-
out of him.
Yeah, tasty.
Um,
Yum.
What I like is the element of how realistic these kids were with each other. It was like South Park. Remember how like
They're
they said
cursing.
he's like, oh, that's what we do. We rag on each other. That's what friends actually do. They
Honestly.
rip on each other. That's what the entire movie was. With it wasn't it wasn't like the Breakfast Club too much, but it was like it gave me that feel. It was like, okay, I can see them being actual friends.
Now, mind you, these are kids. Now, like you said something about the fear being pure or not, but see that just goes to show you the kids. These are kid actors. You
Yeah.
know, it's harder for us to be adults and be friends with that we don't know because of some sort of movie, some sort of acting thing that we have to do. These are kids. Hey, I know when I was a kid, I saw another kid. I don't care who you were. We were friends. We were playing around. So can you imagine them being here, having they had to like get warm with each other, and then having a clown in the same vicinity as you.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's true friendship right there. Because you got your kids, it's gonna be pure.
You bond
and then
over
true
it.
fear, because you may know that this clown is an actor, but I'm sure that if this method actor goes into his role, it's going to affect you whether you're in or out of the camera.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's going to reflect on the camera. So yeah, I mean, these guys have great acting. I mean, this guy has the third guy has really good experience.
Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Good work.
Yeah, right. So I mean,
they're so young, dude. Like, how you get this good this quickly?
but see, it's natural. These are kids. I'm sure there's like, hey, they're just to pretend the camera's not here. Just act like you guys would act normally.
Yeah.
These are kids.
Right.
It's less pressure on
response.
kids than it is
be a
for
little
us.
more
Adults
natural.
are all in their
And
head.
that's,
That's fine.
And that goes back to what I said at the beginning of the show, where I was saying how Bill's stuttering, I couldn't believe it at the beginning, but every time he was in an emotional scene, it felt real and it fit the situation. Because even when we are angry as people who can speak in articulate sentences, we stutter because of our emotions. It was funny when he was legit like ripping at the entire squad, and Richie, the kid with the class, is like, that's amazing. And I'm thinking like he's inspired by his speech. He's like, he didn't stutter once. And I'm like, this kid is full of jokes. Like,
I like how we can pick like so many scary moments. Like, there were legitimately scary moments that wasn't cheap either. Like, they were legitimately set up so well. Like, you really didn't see it coming. I'm trying to prepare myself.
Every time
I keep catching me.
I actually laughed every time something caught me though. I laughed if it caught me. Like, all right, that got me.
Got me.
So
Again.
I guess another psychological fear. I'm sorry, I understand you could go into something else, but another psychological fear because when you brought up the door thing, I agreed with you. I just wanted you to elaborate.
Sure.
The door thing bothered me because the movie Mirrors. Mm-hmm. That movie actually had me scared. If you ever saw the movie Mirrors,
at the very end, it scared the hell out of me.
Because it's like, the very end scared the hell out of me because like it was the burning flesh, and it's something about burning flesh ghosts messing me. Why do you think I'm afraid of Silent Hill? Like it gets to me so much. So when you brought up the door, I was like, I want to add that, but I'll keep it too because you got what I want to add. But the door thing absolutely was freaking. Like the hands crawling through. I'm like,
I wasn't expecting those many hands coming out. I'm like,
and it was
why?
more and more, and I'm like,
and then it bothered me because we know it's a movie, so we expect it's a scary movie, so bad things will happen. So we're like, why would we do something so stupid? So I'm judging this kid because he was hiding from the bullies, so he ran in the back alley. And I'm like, okay, you're delivering the lamb meat. So, like, just go back to the front of the store. They drove past. Why'd you unpack back there? Because now you're hidden from society and Pennywise is going to get you. But he wouldn't know that. But at the same time, like, like the
setup was real.
The chubby kid, he followed it. He just read about the Easter explosion or the Easter fire, the 88 kids that died. And then he followed the burning eggs. I'm like, come on, dude.
Right.
Come on, dog. And then you see the headless horseman. Come on, dog.
Which was hilarious, by the way.
It's like, but like, I mean, it is what it is. It happens because in actuality, one justification I can give to stupid decisions in fear movies is like, when you're scared, you're not thinking about the possibilities.
You're really not.
You get warped into it because you're kind of like
consumed
at the
by
mercy of your own fear. So I excuse some of the stupid inner kids.
Yeah. There you go.
You get away with a lot. Also, the bullies, though. These kids are actual sociopaths. Mm-hmm. Like, they weren't just like regular bullies who'd steal your lunch money and pants you or something.
It was Henry that was really social.
Henry was just like, this guy's got a problem.
And my thing
Henry
is,
and Patrick were the craziest ones.
Yeah. The third one was just like,
because there was like a heavier set guy, and then there was
kind of a jerk.
And then there was a Malfoy. They were okay. The really long, he looked like Malfoy to me, but
I
thought you were talking like the actual main bat, like the one with the knife.
No, that's Henry.
Because he was the one who was like talking big, but then when his dad shot him, he became all like a little.
You understand why he's a bully?
Yeah.
He's trying to compensate because he can't handle his father.
Mm-hmm. His dad. I mean, he's a reflection of his father.
But he was he went up there like
he beat that poor kid.
Yeah, he was bad.
But then again, but that's what I was saying. His entourage was even looking at him like, chill.
You going too far.
The only one of his entourage that was on that psycho level was Patrick, the one with the flamethrower.
The one who died.
Right, the long hair.
The one who died,
Kylo Ren.
I was like, that's Adam Driver. Too bad. Kylo Ren, yeah, that's true.
Yo, but that kid was something real. And then I like the quote that like, watch fear crumple the paper man.
Oh, fear will crumble.
The crumble the paper man.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, he really owned him.
That was very tragic too, how he died too, when he got him with
the knife in the throat.
And he couldn't do anything. He just kept, and he just died right there sitting. It was a very tragic death. Like, that hurt me.
Oh, yeah. And then the molester dad, though.
That guy was...
I was so uncomfortable. I'm like, they're going there, aren't we?
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
I was like crawling my skin.
Good,
like,
because that's what they're trying to go for.
Horrible. I was just like...
I think that I saw this movie, like, the Power Rangers movie. They gave us a great breakfast club of kids, of people, of, they might not be teenagers, but they were kids. Yeah. Amazing. I thought when I first was like, please give me a good ensemble of cast, wonderful beginning, nice
Follow
structure.
through.
Now, when we get to the it part, give me good it sequence. Don't give me some Power Rangers good, and at the end it's just like, oh, Power Rangers together, and then just hit, and that was it. No, because they gave us it all throughout the movie, and then I was like, all right, so maybe they're gonna give us it all throughout the movie, and then at the very end it's like the final battle, and that's it. Not necessarily.
No, they
it
did.
all throughout, and then it was like a massive battle over and over and over
They were
again.
fighting this dude crazy, man.
Even-
Power Rangers should have been this way.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how
That's a
Power
really good
Rangers should have
point.
been way.
That's
Yep.
a good point.
And I like the fact that even because they did their Power Rangers uniting when the movie was just a 3 in a
Yeah,
house, and then
yeah.
they all united in the kitchen. It wasn't it. They broke. We don't want no more. They still tried to separate.
Yeah.
And it took, like Bill said, if something happens to one of us, that's that's going to be on your conscience. Essentially, what he was saying, and that's exactly what happened when Beverly went missing and she got captured. There was no questions anymore. We had the sick kid or the medical kid, however you want to call him, the paranoid kid, the bullshit boy. And he was on the phone. And he's like, we didn't hear what Bill told him on the phone. We just hear him say, okay. And he just hangs up the phone. Like, he knew they had to go down to business. And he even stood up against his mother. And it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
I was so
that
happy
just
for
that was a Power Rangers moment, because they had their final battle, what they thought was a final battle. They just knew they didn't finish him off. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
he's not gonna mess with us anymore. We beat his ass. He knows not to mess with us. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, he still wants you. So we gotta finish this, or no one else will.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what's inside? Gazebos.
Yeah.
Gazebos.
She wrote "loser" on his cast, so he wrote "lover"
Lover.
on it.
Lover.
That
Oh.
red V. I was like, oh,
I was like,
this
oh,
is V for Dead
V
or
Dead.
Alive.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little play on the year, mind you, too.
How did
Yeah.
you feel about the part where I think Pennywise is trying to
Brian's
Well,
asking us our favorite.
Oh
part.
yeah, our favorite part. Oof, there's a lot. I actually liked a lot of scenes. I actually want to talk about it right now. My favorite part was actually towards the end, and I almost laughed out loud when Richie, when Pennywise was trying to bargain his way.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I told you this is your fault. I wouldn't want to come here, but
and
you know
now
what?
I come down here
Yep,
and kill
and
an
he grabbed
effing
the-
clown.
Yep,
Yep.
and then he grabbed the baseball bat and he just went in. I was like, my man.
Yes, that was hype.
My man.
The biggest talker lands the hardest hit
yup.
at the beginning of. Yep, that's how,
Best
and that's
part.
how
That's
yep.
it. I'm so glad you asked that question. I was just gonna say it. That is my favorite
Yes,
part.
sir. I
I
agree.
want to
Likewise.
jump out.
We're right here.
jump out the
Absolutely.
chair.
Oh yeah.
I was
would
here for
say-
him.
I'm not gonna
After he
pick
got
the
punched in
final-
the face, mind you.
Ooh, they were giving it to him.
They were giving him the work, but I would say that's my favorite, but I have two that are tug of war.
Oh, okay.
Now, the kitchen scene, obviously, when they were helping when he just broke his arm and he popped it back into place, and they were saved by Beverly.
Yeah.
That entire sequence I love, because remember how he came out the fridge untwisting his body and then doing the dance like he was trolling. I love that he was still being a clown despite the fact that he was in hunt mode. And then even when they fought, he was still trying to scare them off, and that's when he was realizing, okay, these kids are stronger together. Let me back off and regroup. So that was the first Power Rangers battle, which is why I like that part. But to rival that scene with Richie was Bill's final acceptance of reality. Because remember, the whole movie is them telling him your brother's dead, just accept it. And that's how Pennywise kept baiting him, because he wasn't afraid of it. There was really nothing he was afraid of. He just wanted his brother back, and that's how he kept baiting him. For once, he finally came out, okay, this kid's been down here. It even kind of misleads the audience with the arm ripped off. He's got the bow. He's not wearing a raincoat. It's like, and he had the loaded, the slugger or whatever, the little sheep killer.
Like the needle.
The sheep killer.
nail
That's
gun,
Yeah,
whatever it
and
is.
then he's like, I want to bring you home so bad, but you're not Georgie. Pop. And I'm like,
The funny thing about it is that when he fell and he just stood, he just laid there.
it was
bare,
supposed to
I
he
thought I was like,
actually
wait,
killed
did
his
he
brother.
really
just
kill
kill
his
his
brother?
brother?
Yeah.
I was gonna cry, dude.
That
I was,
and then when he started,
The shiver.
seizuring, I'm like, okay, thank God. But I was like, okay, that's just fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And that's why that's my favorite, because
Yeah.
it's like
That was a really good
it was
scene.
so misleading, just like the painted lady misled me. That was still misleading.
And I like that you brought that up, because at the very end, when everything was said and done, you still had the main character, the kid, grab his brother's coat, his raincoat, and kneel down and start crying. And then you said all his friends start, because the whole
Yeah.
point of the movie
Was to find
is
his
him
brother.
trying to find his brother. And I'm glad that this movie did not lose sight of
that,
its
yeah.
main problem, main point.
Exactly.
And I thought I was like, okay, this is such a great movie, because it finally comes back
It comes full
to
circle.
full circle, and that's great. So I'm glad you brought that up. Definitely.
wow. No, that was, yeah. And then I'm sitting in the theater really convinced. Oh, that better not be his brother. That better not be. I'm tugging warring myself. Like, if that's his brother, we have done a terrible thing.
And then
Oh
that's
my
and I
God.
think that was the best thing about Pennywise, is because
He's so convincing.
the whole real or not real, like Kingdom Hearts quoting there, but you didn't know what to believe. even when it came down to the rapey father, like I wasn't sure if that was rapey father or Pennywise using her fear of her father against her.
Or when he walked
That's a good point.
when he walked
That's a
into
good
the
point.
bathroom, he was like, don't you see the blood filled bathroom? Oh, he didn't see it.
Yeah,
Only
he
she
didn't
did.
see it. Only she did.
Oh, when Pennywise tried to use the face at the end, the
Yeah.
father's face.
Oh,
and
that
she's
was
like,
a worse choice. That was a worse
He was
choice.
going
Almost.
straight
that
Terminator.
was just dumb on his
him.
part. He
Yeah.
just, she went full ham on him.
Like, oh, you think
Wow.
that's gonna stop? Please, Bloop. She did the exact same thing she did before when he had to retreat the first time.
When
Yeah, she stabbed him in the face.
Yep.
Or when she hid in the bathroom and she was hiding in the
Behind the
shower
curtain.
and rocked this dude with the top of the toilet. That guy's dead. There's just no way.
I think he has to be dead. Most
Yeah,
likely.
That was
he bled
like-
out of his skull. He's not getting up.
So
Yeah,
so after
he
this
earned that
movie,
one.
they're all gonna get charged. They're gonna send to juvie and all that good stuff.
Well,
That's,
she moves
that's
away.
reality.
Yeah,
But she moves to
true.
she moves to Portland or something.
Her family's gonna take her in. And I'm just like, good for her, dude, because that was crazy, man. That was a crazy backstory to give for her. And also a part that really kind of bothered me. I feel like Ben, the little chubby kid, he got the Quasimodo treatment.
Oh, he did get the Quasi.
He got the Quasimodo, and I'll elaborate further. Okay, Ben and Beverly were they were connecting.
They were
like,
definitely connecting.
And he wrote the poem, and she thought it was from Bill, but then it was actually from him.
He
And
gave
I'm
her
like,
a Snow White kiss to wake her up.
I thought, oh, God, he's got it. The
That
romantic
pissed
interest.
me off.
And then
Oh, that
That's
it actually
Snow
woke
White
her up.
because it actually worked.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
it was
And
kind of
everybody
goofy. I'll say it. It was
it
pretty
was-
goofy. That was one of the goofier moments of it, but I allowed it. I was like, whatever.
Like,
Okay,
it's
it's been good
1978,
so far.
That's what things like. That's how things were back in the day.
Like that Snow White effect.
Yeah.
Right?
it's-
So he's doing all this work, right? He's putting in game. Like he's just out here writing poetry. You got a boy writing poetry. And I'm sitting here like, okay, cool. Like when he walked away and it was just him, her, Beverly and Bill together, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
He did get Quasi.
Because if they should have followed the Breakfast Club. Outcast and Jock end up together, right?
Yeah.
The pretty girl and the outcast, so to speak, end up together. What would have been so wrong about that? What would they really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Ben is too passive to really do anything, and they made him almost still too. He wasn't too passive to kiss her in the mouth, like.
Yeah.
to
I mean, he was one of the toughest out of the kids. Actually.
yo, he
Yeah.
took L's, man.
He was
getting
legit
beat
one of the
up.
toughest out
When he
there.
fell down the hill, he had to run away.
Ugh.
I felt so bad for him. He got cut like several times.
And he was he
Cut
got the blunt of
open
it,
by-
and then he got cut by
Pennywise's claws.
and also when this girl stabbed him, and he used his momentum with his cranium to slash him again, while the thing was inside his face, and then that's when he went back. That was like the first time they fought.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right,
Yeah.
and then he was like he had the research, he had everything, he knew
he
what
was
was going
setting up for them to know, and he just doesn't get the girl. Like I just thought that was odd. I don't thought that he had to, but at least hint that like okay,
Yeah.
like she genuinely liked him. Like
Yeah.
she was talking to him when he was all awkward with his little headsets and his little Walkman,
his little Walkman,
and he
yeah.
and then. He
His
and then
project.
you remember how her eyes lit up when she found him in the little alleyway after he got beat
Yeah.
up and stuff. Oh, are you okay and all that stuff? And Bill was nowhere to be thought about. Bill was just like, oh, I'm here now.
Yeah, I feel like theirs was kind of forced.
Yeah, they forced that. And I'm just like, come on, give Ben. Come on, man. He took L's this entire movie. He got beat down
Poor
more than
guy.
everybody.
And for the guy, for the love of God, he didn't he like the new kids on the block or something like that?
Yeah, he liked the new kids on
They
the
made
block.
him that
That's what I'm saying.
kind of.
They were building the Ben Beverly.
Yeah.
They were kind of building that romance, or
The
at
Bill
least
and Beverly didn't
doing
try
it.
to happen until they needed to go to the pharmacy,
Right.
right. And I'm
which
like,
was also weird because the pharmacist was rapey as well.
he was a creep.
He had a daughter the same age, and
If a young girl is flirting with you, you're not supposed to respond. You're not supposed to entertain
Oh,
that.
you look like Clark Kent. Well, you know how to look like. Well, you look like Lois Lane.
Ew.
Get
I
outta
did
here.
one of these,
No,
like, you're
that's
nasty.
not.
I need to call Detective Stabler because there's a lot of that going on. in
Dun, dun,
this
dun.
movie.
And Dick Wolf will come right behind him. That forehead is
Because
real
I'm
though.
just like, yo, for real. That
Yo.
man's got a 20 head.
My man.
Jeesh.
No, not as bad as the original Pennywise. Not
the
as
original
bad.
Penny with the what is his name?
His thing went
Tim
all
Curry.
the way.
Tim Curry, right, yeah, like it was
And I
crazy.
kind of like the way they did his head in this one. It was big, but it wasn't like.
Exaggerated balloon bit.
Yeah, the hair kind of matched with his
It
like
fit,
the hairline
yeah.
kind of fit.
Before the hair, like the old school hit was just straight smooth all the way back. This one is like, okay, don't bow, stop, hairline. That was
Yeah.
it. That's how he did, and that was like, okay,
crying,
cool, you're good.
This
Makes
is
sense.
pretty
And then he had a
cool.
little two pigtails thing going on,
Yeah, and I liked how towards the end he was just morphing into other things. Like he was panicking.
yeah.
Like he was, I'm
Oh,
gonna turn
yeah.
to this. I'm gonna turn it to that. Yo, I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
anything
yeah.
now.
Yeah, it was
Got desperate.
mode of desperation at that
Yeah,
point.
he was
It
like,
all right,
get scared of something.
yeah, get scared of something,
Right.
anything.
They were
and it was
all
just happening.
wrecking house.
Yeah, and you never turn into something that you think is gonna scare somebody, but only makes them mad,
Anger.
and which was the
And that's what
father,
was
yeah.
happening. The anger.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you guys think Henry
No,
lived? No,
he
that
dead
dude
as
is
hell.
Say what?
dead. Henry, the leader of the bullies. and
Brian
stuff.
just asked, "Do you guys think that Henry lived?" Because Henry was the one the bully who fell in a well.
Oh, he's
The black kid threw him in a well.
Oh, I'm
So when he on his way down, he bounced twice,
yeah.
and then he went in, and I'm pretty sure he landed on his head. So no, he's dead. His head is
Yeah.
coming out through his ass. So he's dead. He is dead.
I never cheered so loud because that kid asked for it, and
Me
it was
too.
weird that he was susceptible to being mind controlled by
Yeah.
it. You know, like that he already had evilness inside of him. Like you know what I mean? Like it like latched
You know what
onto him.
scared me the most?
I was
And
like, oh my God.
I was relieved to find that all he did was walk in there with a knife and not the gun, because he still had his father's gun.
That's right.
And
That's right.
he said, "Kill them all," because I thought it came to a point where it's like, okay, I can't touch these kids because they're not afraid of me. I need you to pick them off instead. The ones that
What he
Oh,
did
that
was a
would've been-
Jason versus Freddy type of thing.
Yeah.
He
That
was a
was
Jason.
scary,
He was a
dude.
Freddy.
Yeah.
That's
he
exactly.
sent an attack dog.
His
out.
powers are ridiculous. Like our Pennywise, he's ridiculous. Like he's, and I wonder why. You know what? The fact was Henry special in that way? Was he a special kind of evil? Was he kind of one of those kids who were going to grow up to be a serial killer anyway?
Okay, so first of all, I don't know. Like I saw Henry, which is the bully, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and
Nuts.
I'm looking at these high school, these grammar school kids. Like we don't see these type of bullies at all. Like these are portrayed on TV. I mean, we've seen bullies in real life. We've seen bullies, but
Yeah.
it's never as bad as that.
He's a sociopath.
He was very
Extreme. And you know what? And even sociopaths who grow up to be such, they keep it to themselves, and that's
He was
what
open as hell. Everyone
Open
in
as hell.
town knew about him.
Right,
Even the
right.
kid who was homeschooled knew about him. And the only reason he bullied him was because he was black. But it's like, how are you that widespread of a bully? Yeah, you got your
Nobody
even though
stops
you
you.
got your goons, but your goons are very joke bullies.
Yeah, even
they're
your
jokey bullies. They're
like
normal
to shove
bullies.
you in
Yeah.
the locker room type,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, even your goons like, yo, chill with that. You actually cutting this guy for real.
He
Like,
was a little unrealistic with his bullying.
You're supposed to threaten. You're not supposed to actually cut the kid. Like you're just
He's like, I'm gonna carve mine. That's not that. They all looked at him like, okay,
like,
you're
you doing-
ODing. And
yeah, you're
chill.
doing a lot. But
and I think that was influenced by Pennywise.
yeah, I think so too.
And the reason why I say that because
Ooh.
before he started cutting, the old people in the car drove by with a red balloon in the back seat.
oh, you're right.
That's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's actually really. So he's always been planting seeds in this kid for a long time.
Yeah. Because
Wow.
he needed this bully. Because I'm going after little kids. I'm gonna make the kids be afraid of you, so they have fresh fear that I can feed off later.
Oh snap!
That makes sense.
That makes a
Since
lot more sense.
It'd
You
be
can chase them
interesting-
in a physical realm in broad daylight all the time. I gotta get you trapped in a corner and get at you.
So it would have been interesting if he would have like turned into Henry.
I'm surprised he didn't turn into Henry as
at
one of
the
his
end.
like desperates. Yeah.
for real.
Ooh.
Yeah, he would have turned into Henry. Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, right. That kid was something
Okay.
wrong with him.
So we're almost at crunch time here because there's a couple of news that I want to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we
But
got 20 minutes
now,
Yeah.
with that
Well,
with that
15
said, rating, red balloons.
left. Balloons. Okay. I'm gonna agree with Brian here on my rating, and I'm gonna say 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it's definitely something I want to watch again. There's so many theories that I can give.
Oh.
Like, I love stuff that gives me food for thought. I hate when like it comes full circle at the end. No, we can get a chapter 2. No, leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Leave me hanging with that good. Like, I had a delicious meal. You gave me a picture of what dessert would be.
Yeah.
But I'm still hungry. Like,
And-
I'm
and this
drooling at
movie
the mouth
does
and
this.
not licking my lips.
And the movie
Like,
does is it because you don't know its origin story.
it's
You
so
know?
much that.
How much? Why was his base from a clown? How was he created? Is he some sort of deity?
And a very
Is he not some sort of-
specific type
yeah.
of clown
Yeah.
too.
And I'm
A
sure
very
the book
old
would do so.
vaudeville.
And the fact that he had this,
Mm-hmm.
and he had the remains of what was an actual circus.
Right there we go.
And it's tower, and
Origins.
it's pillared up. Literally, it spirals up like the Frozen Throne, Warcraft reference. But like,
Right.
it spiraled up into like the hanging carousels
Yeah.
where the bodies dangled in unison, circling
Right.
around. Like, it literally made a shrine and circus. It was
And it's like, what's up with that? What is this reference to of his origin story? So yeah, that definitely I agree with you on that one. How about you, LaBeouf?
Yeah, 9 out of 10 for red balloons, and it can't, the only thing that keeps it from being a 10 was certain character issues, like certain, like the whole romantic thing. It was just kind of, you know what I mean? That kind of killed it for me, but that kept it from being a 10. And that's a very minor thing. Like I was very close to being like, this is the bomb. But yeah, I mean, I was really feeling the pacing. I was really feeling the horror element. You know, it's the time of the year where all the horror movies are coming out, and I just I kind of want to turn to a pumpkin around this time of the year. Like, I'm just hyped. Like, I love the time of year, and this was such a good way to kick off that pre-Halloween vibe. And I'm just like, this was not something that I had any expectations for at all. You know, I usually, this gives reboots a good name.
yes.
Reboot slash prequel.
This would give it a
name
good,
too.
and
Yeah,
I'm the first to rag on reboots,
Oh,
and this was
yeah.
not just a good reboot. This was a good film,
Yeah.
Good
and it
job.
stands on its own.
Remakes
Absolutely.
aside, exactly. Remaking, rebooting aside,
This-
this is its own good film.
It is its own good
regardless
film.
of where it came from.
Pays
It's still
homage
good.
to the past, but it's pushing towards the future. This is just how we want to tell the story to appeal to a new audience that doesn't want to see goofy, forehead clown. You know what I mean? That wants to be legitimately scared. And it takes a lot to scare this generation for some reason. We're not easily.
I mean, we've
spooked.
seen everything.
We've
for
seen
God's
it
sake, you know?
all.
And
And
we
this-
don't have movies. We have YouTube that shows everything, either. Like,
Yeah,
we
and
have
this was
internet.
very smart the way they did it. Even the trailer, I thought the trailer showed quite a bit and
It showed us nothing.
nothing of what this was going to be. I was shocked to see other monsters. I was like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
snap!
That I was not expecting.
I was like, okay,
Although
it was exciting.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked. I thought, okay, it's just gonna be it's gonna be.
I
dang
didn't
clown.
expect to be affected by the other monsters.
I
Like
thought
the
they were
leopard
gonna-
didn't really get me. The
Yeah.
Headless Horseman didn't affect
Yeah,
me.
neither.
Painted Lady I will be afraid of her forever.
for the rest of my life.
Painted Lady scares
So yeah,
me.
it earned it. Like I came in with no expectations, but not like negative. I didn't come on a negative vibe. I was genuinely enjoying the movie from beginning to the very
Yeah,
end.
I
I was like,
agree.
this is the bomb, and I will be purchasing this. on
Yes.
DVD. I will be.
It takes my monies.
Yeah, and I'm going to see a lot of cosplay. A lot
Oh
of
yeah,
Pennywise
expect more
cosplay.
clowns for Halloween.
Oh.
Just like
Remember,
this.
think about with the hunting clown thing. 2 years ago?
It's gonna come back.
It's coming back.
The
Yeah.
red balloon's going to be everywhere. Every
Oh,
every
my
sewer's going to have a
goodness.
red balloon in it. Y'all better chill with that.
Oh no, that's not. Nobody's gonna have
So
a really
yeah,
hard
like
show.
go out, watch it.
Please.
Do your thing. Do seriously, spend your money. It's worth it. It's worth going out to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. I would give it 8 out of 10.
Okay.
No, not 8. 9 out of 10. What the hell? 9 out of 10 only because I have not read the book yet. I'm sure that once I read the book, I will get it a 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
But I have not read it, and you know me, I'm really big on source material.
Yeah.
Comic book reader here. I'm really
Right.
So
big
it
on
might
it.
drop a notch. It might go up a notch.
Not necessarily,
It'll
because this
fluctuate,
no,
probably.
not at all. This movie will always still be a 9 out of 10 because it's so damn good of a damn movie.
Yeah.
It's
and
just
we're
too
getting
good.
over superhero and action fatigue too.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's just too good
So
for it to
needed.
be
Yeah.
dropped.
So needed.
So yeah, it's too good not for it to be dropped. It's always gonna stay a 9. It's just the book will either keep it the same or just make it better.
And you know what's the funniest thing about it? It beat the punch to the horror movies because we're still in summer. The solstice
Yeah.
doesn't change until the 21st.
Yeah, that's true.
They
So
really kicked off.
it's technically still a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
That's so weird to think of it that way, huh? Right. 'Cause
It's the
my
best-
mind is in the fall, I guess. I'm thinking, I'm
'Cause
over
it's September.
summer. Yeah, I'm
We didn't
over
get
it.
any horror movies this year, did we? We got like Conjurings. We get any
Really didn't get anything.
any horror movies?
Nothing memorable. I can't think.
So
of
this is
anything.
like the
Nothing
best horror movie
mainstream,
so
at
far of
least.
2017.
Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of like the best movie to hit the screen.
Of the horror movie anyway.
Horror movie anyway.
Yeah,
Until
something
you know,
that wasn't
October
a
comes out.
comic book, that wasn't, whatever. It's nice to see
Yeah.
something else. It was
really
really
is.
refreshing to come in and see something else.
Is there anything else coming out like in terms of horror flicks?
Horror that I know of? No,
right?
that I know of.
right? Huh. That's
Mainstream?
for October. That's strange.
You think there
Oh yeah, Saw. This new Saw is coming out.
Oh.
I mean,
Which
I was
is-
never a fan of Saw. So.
Neither am I, but like it's
I
just the
saw
fact,
some of the
you know,
previews for this movie, and there were some that are coming out, but I'm like,
which is
it was really a Polaroid killer camera. I don't know, man.
Okay.
It was just weird. They kind of like, oh yeah, it's called
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. It's not even called Saw. It's called Jigsaw.
oh yeah, the new
So
Saw
I guess
is
this
Jigsaw.
is gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
a new franchise.
Might be like a reboot. I mean, or something like
Oh
that.
my
sort.
gosh!
But like
Reboots in my lifetime.
it'll be like a reboot continuation, if you will, because there's like what 6 Saw movies right now.
Oh yeah, there's
So maybe it might not even be
many.
might not be reboot. It's just like a brand new title, Jigsaw of the same universe.
It
Who
just
knows?
seems like the same old thing, though. I saw the preview, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
we've
we'll
really
see.
run this torture theme to the ground.
It's like
haven't we?
another
Like,
Final Destination thing going on here, you know?
Yeah, they had a. The thing with Saw was so fresh when it came out, and they didn't know how to end it. They didn't know how to just leave gracefully. You're just pimping this movie out until
It's
there's
another
nothing
supernatural thing.
left.
You don't know how to end the stuff when it was so good.
I've actually started watching season 11.
I might start. Oh my goodness! I might start.
I've actually
I might
started
start doing
watching
the same
season
thing.
11.
So let's go to
Yeah. All right. So
Go ahead.
I only have a few newsworthy bits of newsworthy stuff. Now we all know, for those who were listening in for a while now, we were talking about this massive storyline in DC Comics. It's called Metal. It deals with, it's heavy with Batman, and it's a bunch of different Batmen from different dark multiverses. The dark side, the Doomsday Batman, the Aquaman Batman, they're gonna come in and take over the entire universe. That's the point and gist of the entire series. But this also ties into the whole Rebirth title, with the whole Watchmen coming in. So there was an article that released, I think this week, about Rorschach. If you guys are familiar with the original Watchmen, either book or movie, Rorschach dies. He gets killed by Dr. Manhattan because he knows the truth, if you will. Apparently, they're going to saying that we might get a teaser for him of his return only because Batman discovers the journal that he writes in throughout the entirety of Watchmen, and you see there's a cover of Batman reading the Rorschach journal of everything that went on in the actual Watchmen storyline. So that's a thing.
That's exciting.
Yeah, because you know how in Metal is all about Hawkman writing a journal.
Yeah,
he's gonna pick up Rorschach's journal this time.
Oh, nice.
So that's a little thing. People might just go crazy over it because we're thinking about, all right, what if only Manhattan only comes in, and there's no Rorschach, there's no Night Owl, there's no Silk Spectre, it's just Manhattan, But they're alluding more to more Watchmen characters.
Nice.
That's a thing just to keep in mind. With that being said, September's finishing up soon. November comes in, and the continuation of course, the Metal starts again. It happens again, and they're going to go into the very meaty and gritty storyline of the Doomsday Clock, which is going to take part in November. So this is where we gain the fatigue of rebirth. Now, time for the whole rebirth in Manhattan and Watchmen thing to come.
So Brian just says Ozymandias could be in.
Ozymandias, Mr. Ozzy. They're gonna next month. They're gonna go into his true identity in Superman. Action Comics. I think 980 something. The next two issues are coming out. They're gonna finally reveal his true identity. People think that he might be Mr. Ozymandias. Who knows? But until then, we really can't tell you. So, with that being said, there's also people are asking about Catwoman's answer to Batman's proposal. It's never been eluded, never been teased. Nothing. You're gonna find out in next.
You did tell me
months.
about this.
Yeah, it's always coming out next month as well. Also, I want let me see. Give me 1 second. We have sales, DC and Marvel sales for the month of June and July. Okay, let's see. For the month of, I'm sure Marvel is always on top because it's Marvel. It's more relatable. So it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's kind of like what you said earlier about the status on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Like if our city was a comic book, would it be DC or Marvel?
And people just hopped on the Marvel train.
The way I see it is, Ronald McDonald will be Marvel, and it will actually be DC. That's just the way I see it. All right, so May 2017 sales. Secret Empire, the whole Hydra thing, the whole Captain America was on top. Of course, the one that comes in was Venom. Wow, 2 Marvel books on top, and then of course Batman.
Of course, Batman.
Batman will always be like either number one, of DC. Always
number one in DC.
Right. June was also Marvel, I believe. Yeah, it was Spectacular. It was Spider-Man. Yeah, and then number 2 was Dark Days Forge. And then I believe July. This is July. Batman,
of course.
Number 1, which was the casting. Dark Days, the casting. Number 1. Number 2 was X-Men. So finally, DC is on top, at least for one because Marvel was always on top in comic book sales. Always. People just love Marvel. With movies and stuff going on. But yeah, so there you go. Hopefully, I think next month with this whole rebirth finally coming to a close. If here's hoping, they'll top the sales charts once again. So, and there you have it. That's just really quick news about the comic book world. We'll have more throughout the week and next week. So, all right. So, you guys have anything you guys want to shoot out, shout outs? Because I think it's 9:01.
Well,
1 hour.
Not a full hour. We're almost there.
Oh, how many minutes do we have?
Oh, we're in 53 minutes right now.
Oh, we got 7 minutes. All right, let's fill in the gaps. Let's talk about it more. It. More it.
Which kid did you relate to the most? Like, if you were one of
your
those
favorite,
kids.
Your favorite, him.
Richie.
Why? Because he used sarcasm to fucking mask his own fears and pain. That was it. And he was the most. In my opinion, relatable because. At the end of the day, these are kids. They didn't overuse the curse words. They didn't use the wittiness. But they showed us that, hey, kids, hey, guys, parents out there, this is what your kids do when you're not around.
Yep.
This is how they act. This is how they treat each other. This is what they say. You think because they're acting nice and holy in your house, do you think that's not how they act? No, this is how they act. And they paint a beautiful picture. And I think your favorite character shows a beautiful, beautiful representation of kids nowadays.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I love, that's my favorite character. It has to be.
She's my fave. He was just, I know kids. I'm related to kids like this. Like I'm not even like I know them like cousins. You know, he's like the annoying cousin that comes by and just running off his mouth, and he just coming in, busting through your door. You know, oh, you can't play games on your phone. You know what I mean? Like just annoying, like just irritable. That's why I like him so much.
He's the type of kid that always say, hey, do you want to do this? You want to do this? Like, I don't want to do it, but since you already imposed, why the hell not? Type of guy. That's the kind of
Yeah. No, he's the best.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, not necessarily. Well, my favorite is obviously still Richie. Like, I love
Richie.
But like who I would see myself in that situation.
Oh.
That-
Actually, the other dude, the who was afraid of this painting thing.
That's it. That's why I say.
Like,
I see myself as a Jewish kid.
Peace out. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, legit.
I'm your friends, and I will be here. Look out, but I will not be going in there because I have too much common sense to be dealing with that. I'm sorry. Not happening.
Wow, who would I see myself as? Wow, I think I might be. Oh my god, I might be the germaphobe kid, man. Like, I'm dead serious though. Like, I would have been him. Like, yo, like
Gray water,
yo, for real. I'm like, why y'all in? That was the first thing I thought about myself.
Eddie and Cass loser to lover. Yep.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
Like,
he
like,
wrote it
nah.
with the V on it. Yep.
Yep.
And he, of course, it's me to get hurt, right? I'd be the one to break my arm. I'd be the one. I'm telling you, that's me. I want to be Richie, but I'm gonna end up being Eddie, dude. You want to be that
It's gonna
kid.
be in a zombie apocalypse.
Everybody wants to be Beverly, Bill, and Richie, but you're gonna end up being
Eddie, Ben.
and
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how it is
but
all the way
yeah,
through.
No, like I felt him when he was talking about the dirtiness of the nasty sewer, and I'm like, yeah, you right though. Like, this is gross.
if I'm lucky, I'll be the cat.
The little
I just saw shit happen in the beginning.
Oh yeah, the beginning. That's
and
right.
I'm good. I saw this happen. I'm gonna lay here. I won't say nothing.
No,
I'll just pretend it never happened.
That old lady was annoying. She saw Georgie, looked away, saw blood, and then walked back inside.
Right,
But
she
remember,
didn't
they
even
pointed that out though,
react.
and that's why I like because that's probably why we still call it 9 out of 10 because it's not like they gave us the unanswered questions are like, oh, what else could happen or where they're gonna go,
Yeah.
what's its origin. It's not like, wow, this town's pretty fake. How they let this out? They know what happens and they're choosing to ignore it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like oh, that never happens. I'm sure that goes on. It will,
Yeah,
especially
they
with
know what happens.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's like again another Freddy Krueger thing.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's terrorizing. They don't want to get involved because they don't want to be involved in it and thus being terrorized by it. So yeah,
You know, that reminds me of the ignoring of children and whatnot. There's a comic book that's based on a real life serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer.
yes,
It's a book. It's it's a comic book. It's it's a one shot and based on his childhood in the 70s, no less, right? Like he was a teenager. Everyone knew he was kind of off, but nobody did anything about it. The kid was like drinking and doing classes. He was a mess. Like and nobody did anything. It was all this struggle with this kid, and adults just turned their head. Oh, that's someone else's problem. Whatever. So that's what I felt when she saw poor Georgie. First of all, I see a kid in the rain by himself.
he was like
I'm
not, no
are you
older
lost?
than 7 years old, by the way.
He's
Yeah.
tiny. Like he's tiny.
He's Pop-Puff Girl size.
Yo, for real, he's bite size. And this adult saw it. First of all, I see a kid out in the rain. I'm like, oh, are you okay? Are you lost?
It
Like,
wasn't necessarily him out in the rain. It was more so the fact that he was digging in the gutter.
in the gutter. I'm like, what are you doing down
I'm
there?
sorry, like I don't. Like, it doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in. You're not gonna see a 7-year-old kid by himself
the
going
street.
running down the street, especially
Yeah.
when it's pouring like that.
Yeah.
Where are your parents? Where's your brother? I'm
Yeah.
sure in that little neighborhood, people
They
knew
know each
everybody.
other. Yeah,
you know?
everyone, knew
Small town.
everyone knew Beverly. So.
Right.
Yeah,
so
for real.
but I'm just like, come on, bro. That's you don't see that.
Yeah, it's not
that's the part.
normal.
I'm like, because at the beginning I was like, wait, no.
That's a common theme
Nope.
of adults being irresponsible
Yeah.
throughout the
But
entire
like
movie.
they said it, they know what's going on and they
don't care.
choose to ignore it.
Yep.
The adults were to me are the villains.
I mean, look at
ultimately.
how Ben found the research. He had to research this stuff because they knew about it. They just tried to hide it or they just brushed
Word.
it off.
That's true. Yeah,
Another question. How was your reaction when he bit his arm and dragged George? I almost cried.
That's what psyched us out because that was the opening of the movie. That was literally saying this is what the rest of the movie is going to be
Yo.
about. Walk out now and get your money back if you were too.
If you're not
foolish for
ready,
this.
if you're not ready for it.
don't go further because
My heart broke.
It only gets worse from here.
That was the part that pulled my heartstrings.
Oh, that
because
hurt
like I
me.
said, we don't see this, I guess children brutality in
Yeah,
movies nowadays.
word.
You don't see this, especially in a rated R movie. We don't
still
see
don't
that.
see it,
Even in rated R films, you see kids get brutalized.
So
in
the
this
fact
way.
that at the first 20 minutes of the movie, not
Barely.
even,
not even. It's
barely.
literally
You know-
the introduction of movies. The first 10 minutes.
because in the original,
he just,
he's
just
like
crawls into it.
calls into it, and that's it, right? When this one is like, oh, I'm gonna get it, and like I thought he's gonna,
Pull him
just
in.
pull it
Yeah.
in, but no, he grabbed and then he pulled back, and then you saw.
The teeth.
And what gets me is the fact that he was dragging himself on the street
oh,
and then dragged
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
That what got me. It's just like, and dude, the entire time I was like this.
My face. I was like,
And, oh, this is what I'm in the mood for? I paid, what, $12 for this? I'm good. Let's watch this.
Let's watch this. All right, I'm set. I'm buckled
my
up.
body's ready. I'm not sure if my heart is, but I'm ready.
My
Let's
body
do
is
this.
ready.
You know?
I was stunned. I was legitimately stunned by the level of violence, and it escalates fast, hard. It doesn't let you get ready for it. And when you saw the mouth just whop and just snatched his arm off. Like
I honestly think he didn't pull. The kid pulled back.
Yeah. The kid yanked back,
yeah,
and the arm came with Pennywise.
You know, and the things that
the pain that he endured.
There was an overhead shot of the kid dragging, and then you saw his hand elongate.
Slowly, just stretched out.
Slowly, I'm just like, oh,
my heart.
They weren't playing.
That was one of the best intros I've ever seen to a movie. This set the stage. I was just like,
all right,
they're really messing up these kids, dude. I thought we were gonna get one of those, they're all gonna die off screen type nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
I was like,
too,
whoa.
But no, they was like, no, they gonna get wrecked.
Even impressive.
The bully kid, we saw him die off screen, true, but we saw his face bloody and wrecked before he took.
He had
Patrick,
he was a jerk.
Flamethrower boy.
In even though he was a jerk, like dang, nobody deserves to go out like that. Like
not in gray water, especially not in gray water.
Dying gray.
Not in gray water. No one should go out in gray water ever. For real.
Oh man.
All right.
So. Okay. Well, this is the show, guys. Brian Rosario, thank you for tuning in. So was Villainy Games, Pac-Man. Thank you again for joining us, interacting with us. So those who are listening in or actually watching us on YouTube, because that's what we're doing now, live YouTube. Please share us around. Get the link, share us around on Facebook, on whatever social medias you guys are on, and just share us around, man. I guess we're a collective. We are a news group, if you will, of comic books, filmmaking, just geeky stuff all around, you know. And we'll have a lot more stuff along the week, and we're gonna be more active, obviously. As you can see, we have Weird News Crew now. This is great.
Yo,
I'm
for
so
real.
hyped about
I want to have the little papers and stuff they always have on the table. Like
just get blank papers and start doing this. Say like we're doing something. You know?
Like are we really doing something?
Yeah.
They're all blank. They're all blank papers.
All right, guys. I've been away for a while. By the way, I'm gonna be out for the next couple of weeks. I'm not gonna say what. I have work stuff. But yeah. So these two lovely individuals are gonna hold things down as they will always, and they have been doing a wonderful job. So yeah, guys. So no shout outs. We good?
Shout outs. I'll do some shout outs.
All right,
good.
All the titles that you have, my friend.
I guess a long list. You want to do the Speak Your Mind Radio ones at least, and then I'll do my side group. Good.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Shout outs to, first of all, the platform that knows, that gives, and will never take away, because they're just just great. They're just awesome. Speak Your Mind Radio. All the way through, this is where we're at. Speak Your Mind Radio. I also shout out to Villainy Games, the Shit Talkers. OTR podcast, just little. I got a weak spot for them. OTR podcast, all about wrestling. You guys love WWE, SmackDown, Raw, NXT. I'm sure they even talk about Ring of Honor from time to time. Check them out. Villain Games, game podcast on Speaking On Radio.
Let's start the days though. Wednesday is Over the Top Rope, and Sundays where Over the Top Rope is a podcast. Sundays you'll get to actually face Duke in what is it called? 2K? What is the wrestling game called? WWE 2K17.
2K17,
and 2K18 is coming out. So if you're playing that, you can face Duke on Sundays.
Yep.
Of course, our show is also on Sunday, so we'll pretty much be after him.
Yep.
Real Shit Talkers, are they Saturdays or Sundays?
They're Sundays.
They're Sunday morning.
11-ish, as
Sunday
they say.
morning for the Real Shit Talkers. And then Villainy Games just spread out through the week. We got Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
They play a lot of arcade games like Tekken,
They're
Smash Bros,
games,
Street Fighter, and stuff like that. Yeah.
So check them out. Subscribe to them. They're good people. They're also on Speak Your Mind Radio.
Real Point Podcast. I haven't seen those cats in a long time, but check them out.
They're no longer a part of us, but
they're not.
Yeah.
Man, I've been away for a while.
Yeah, you've been away for a minute. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, but still, Real Point Podcast, guys. I miss you guys. It's been a long time. So, yeah, I mean, they're still like
they're still doing
sports
their
and
stuff.
And music and stuff,
they're
right?
underground music. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Then of course the shout outs to my people, Tune and Moose. We pretty much post Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m. Pokemon Nuzlocke Challenge if you're into that. Fridays, Tune himself gets drunk and does karaoke covers. It's pretty good. He can actually sing.
I want to see this.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right.
And shout out to Fortress of Solitude.
Yes.
Shout out to the Fortress.
Say that location.
Oh yeah, on oh my gosh, 53 University Avenue in Newark, New Jersey, where I actually met Brian Rosario at. And I told him about
there
the
you
show,
go.
and I'm so glad he came out to comment and interact with us.
By the way, Fortress of Solitude is not the Fortress of Solitude where Superman lies. No, it's a comic book shop, guys.
Yeah, it's a comic. Let's
it's a
state
comic,
that.
Comic book shop.
store.
Because there's people out there who might, what is a Superman, funhouse? No, no, it's a comic book shop. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, Brian.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yes.
God, there's no pay per view tonight. No, there's not.
No, it's
in the
not.
next 3 weeks for
Yeah, we got
No
some
Mercy.
breathing room. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're big wrestling fans. But anyway, all right, guys. You have any shout outs? Anything you want to know? No,
No,
cool.
I'm good.
All right, guys. This is Darkened Hour. God, I cannot stress how cool this really is. This, can I just oh
It's
my
it's
goodness.
wood. You have your own wood. You can touch on.
All right, dog.
I can't believe you
my
fit
word.
it like a. Wow, that was pretty clever there, huh? Look at that.
Okay. Thank
Look
you.
at
Don't put me on like.
I'm surprised she was cool
Wow.
about this. Because usually she's like,
How do you
no,
put a
okay,
dick
never
joke?
mind. She's
You
usually
have like a. That was
Okay,
a
no,
pretty
she-
clever way to put a dick joke.
okay,
Wow.
that's just sarcasm. Never mind.
An asshole.
She did some it stuff. I thought he really
She's
yelled
being
like the brother.
she's
but
being
it's-
Richie right now. She's got the glasses and all that. She's ready.
It's longer than my wag. All right,
Anyway.
guys. All right, guys. This is Darkened Hour. We talk about nerd stuff, and especially comic books and movies and all that good stuff.
Can you give me my sign off?
Oh, I forgot we still do this, huh? And there's a sunset on in this mortal world.
As usual, guys, if you like this podcast or video, however you want to call it, be sure to smash that like button. Leave us a comment on what you'd like to hear us talk about in our next Darkened Hour video. This is Aesop the Alchemist.
Tila Buff.
Joshua X, no heart.
And we'll get back to you guys at a darker time. Cheers.
Peace out.